Colombia, the tropical giant you probably misunderstand. Let's talk about the country that often gets reduced to stereotypes, but in reality, is a tropical titan full of complexity, diversity, and surprises. Welcome to Colombia, where rainforests meet skyscrapers, accents change with the altitude, and emeralds are more common than Starbucks. First, the flag. A simple tricolor, yellow, blue, red. But don't be fooled, each color holds meaning. Yellow for the gold, blue for the ocean and rivers, red for the blood shed in the fight for freedom. It shares this palette with its sibling nations Ecuador and Venezuela, remnants of a once united Gran Colombia. Where is it? Colombia straddles the top of South America, touching both the Pacific and the Caribbean. It's the only South American country with coasts on two oceans. It borders 5 nations and connects to Central America via Panama, well, almost. There's a 100-mile stretch of jungle called the Darien Gap that breaks the otherwise continuous Pan-American Highway. You can't drive through it. You either fly or boat. Why no road? Cost, conservation, and a desire not to make drug trafficking easier. Regions that feel like entire countries. Colombia is split into 5 natural regions. 1. The Andes, where most people live. Mountains, volcanoes, Bogota, Medellin, and coffee fields. Home to the tallest palm trees on Earth and 75 to 90% of the world's emeralds. 2. The Caribbean coast, hot, tropical, low-lying. Think beaches, colonial towns, and the Magdalena River. It's also home to the Guajira Desert and the snow-capped Sierra Nevada mountains. 3. The Pacific, one of the rainiest places on Earth. Dense, green, and largely Afro-Colombian. 4. The Orinoco Plains, wide, flat, and quiet. Farms, cattle, oil, and the dazzling Cano Cristales, a river that turns rainbow-colored for part of the year. 5. The Amazon, wild, remote, and biologically explosive. Blue lizards, pink dolphins, capybaras as pets. Enough said. And yes, there are islands. Colombia's Caribbean and Pacific coasts are dotted with islands, from coral-rich Rosario to Gorgona, a former prison. But the real surprise? San Andrés and Providencia, a Caribbean island group where English is the official language, thanks to a strange history of Puritans, pirates, and British settlers. The people. With nearly 50 million residents, Colombia is Latin America's 3rd most populous country. Ethnicity is a blend, mestizos, whites, Afro-Colombians, indigenous groups, and even Arab and Romani communities. Regional identity is strong, too. On the coast, people dance more, party harder. In the Andes, they run the businesses and talk fast with a Paisa accent that sounds like a Spanish-speaking Sean Connery telling you a sad story. A nation of contrasts. Colombia is megadiverse, not just in nature but in culture. You'll find carnival in Barranquilla, Amazon tribes speaking endangered languages, urban professionals in Bogota, and fishermen on remote islands. It's a country of farmers, technocrats, coffee pickers, and salsa dancers, all coexisting in a complex, fascinating social mosaic. The hard past. Let's not sugarcoat it. Colombia's recent history has been rocky. Decades of civil war, guerrilla warfare, assassinations, drug cartels, paramilitaries. It was chaotic. The 80s and 90s were especially brutal. Cartels like Medellin and Cali essentially ran parts of the country. But the real victims were the everyday citizens caught in the crossfire. Thankfully, things have changed. Peace talks, government reforms, and outside help, especially from the US, have transformed Colombia. Cartels are mostly gone. The economy is growing. Tourists are returning. The future finally looks brighter. And on the global stage, Colombia is no hermit. It has close ties with neighbors like Ecuador and Panama, and a love-hate sibling relationship with Venezuela. It's part of the Pacific Alliance with Mexico, Peru, and Chile, its economic BFFs. And despite some political rifts, it's got a soft spot for the US, which helped it out of the cartel chaos. In summary, Colombia isn't what the headlines say. It's not a punchline about cocaine or a Pablo Escobar documentary. It's a phoenix rising, a kaleidoscope of cultures and landscapes, a country with depth, resilience, and rhythm. So the next time you hear Colombia, think emeralds, biodiversity, coffee, and a people rewriting their story, one colorful chapter at a time. And on the global stage, Colombia is no hermit. It has close ties with neighbors like Ecuador and Panama, and a love-hate sibling relationship with Venezuela. It's part of the Pacific Alliance with Mexico, Peru, and Chile, its economic BFFs. And despite some political rifts, it's got a soft spot for the US, which helped it out of the cartel chaos. In summary, Colombia isn't what the headlines say. It's not a punchline about cocaine or a Pablo Escobar documentary. It's a phoenix rising, a kaleidoscope of cultures and landscapes, a country with depth, resilience, and rhythm. So the next time you hear Colombia, think emeralds, biodiversity, coffee, and a people rewriting their story, one colorful chapter at a time.